Test, test. Let me know how we sounded. Let me know how we sounded. What's going on, y'all? Let me know how we sounded. What's going on, Will? What's going on, Alana? So we're only looking at NAS100 today, y'all. As of right now, we're only looking at NAS100. Now that could change going into New York session. Excuse me, but as of right now, we're only looking at NAS&Q. So we're looking for a BCR right here. But to see if we can BCR and hold 28,900 as resistance. Do a nice sell setup right before London. Let's see if we continue to catch sales. Yeah, GC. I ain't talking out to that. It's still kind of like a reversal territory. I'm only looking at NAS100 today. I still got a little bit of work to do. Because there's the lower low, the price reverse. So I'm still not messing with it till I probably won't touch it until unless it does something crazy today. I'm probably not gonna touch it until next week for real. But let me see if we catch this NAS setup right here. Kind of nice this NAS sales yesterday. But yeah, we're not looking at G or GJ today either. They've just been dead all day. I'm all week, so we're just gonna leave them alone until they wake up. All right, so we're not gonna keep on trading those until they wake up. Right, we tried Monday through Wednesday. They're still stuck in the same place, so we're just gonna leave them be. All right, go to look at the daily time frame. Did a big ass retracement, and then just chill here. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. They're still bullish, but again, they haven't been moving, so not gonna keep on trying to catch the move. We're just gonna let it USD until it wakes up. Sandy with GJ's been stuck in place for 4 days. Well, 3 days going on 4 days, right? So we're just gonna leave it be. So NASDAQ just break this low. We're gonna look for the BCR right here. Make sure I like the live. You hop up in here, subscribe if you have not already. We just hit, what did we just hit, y'all? We just hit 6,500 subscribers. Let's get the 6,600. Let's get the 6,600. Shout out to those on the TikTok live yesterday. We went live a lot. We was live a lot longer than the day before, but we got reported again. Because me, I be hurting folks' feelings and shit. But we're still gonna go live today, though. We're gonna be live for a little bit today, still, nonetheless. We're still gonna be live, nonetheless. Thanks, brother. I'm just gonna wait for a retest, though. Still gonna wait for the retest. It sounds muffled. Let me try to fix it. Let me know if this sounds better. It does sound a little bit muffled. Let's see if I can fix it. I think I'm about to fix. Yeah, AQ is dumping, but yeah, we didn't take this. I think I might have fixed it. Let me see. There we go. Yeah, StreamYard reset because for some reason it likes to reset itself like every other month for some weird reason. So I had to redo my settings. All right, we should sound better though. If it still sounds muffled, let me know. So yeah, so NAS is pushed. Didn't take the setup because again, I'm only taking setups that follow my rules. So even if this dumps, I'm still gonna wait for the BCR to retest, right? So the gameplay's still the same. We're either gonna look for price to BCR and retest 28,900, or we're gonna look for sales at 28,790. Either way, we're still waiting for the retest. About to catch it to the chat in a second. Give me 1 second. Those joining the stream, we have not entered this trade yet. This is just a trade idea. We have not entered this trade yet. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free Sooner free Telegram. Y'all see on your screens how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. If y'all got any questions, drop them in the chat. When we're looking at any charts, drop them in the chat. But you already know the drill. We're just chilling, patiently waiting. We're just chilling, patiently waiting. What's going on, Demetrius? What's going on? What's going on? What do you have in and what are you aiming to get out? I'm not in nothing right now. I'm looking at NAS100 sales. I'm looking at NAS100 sales. So we're looking for price to either BCR retest 28,900, or I'm looking for price to BCR and hold 28,780 as resistance. Yeah, but I'm only looking at NAS100 this morning. That could change going into New York session, but as of right now, I'm only looking at NAS100. As far as news today, we have 8:15 Euro news, 8:45 Euro news, but we don't have any USD news today, or this week really. So we're simply just waiting for volume and confirmations to be met. New 15 did just pop up, so about to see what this next 15 looks like. Now I see gold. Like I said, I'm just not trading it right now. Like I said, like you making money, I'm glad, but I'm sticking to my rules. We're not in the downtrend or uptrend, so I'm not touching it. You know what I'm saying? Like I see it dropping, but I still gotta stick to my rules. You know what I'm saying? I still gotta stick to my rules. That's the thing though, it already disrespected the trend, you know what I'm saying? So it could push back down like it did a couple weeks ago, right? But like I said, I'm not touching it unless we're to clear uptrend or clear downtrend. That's just how I trade. Like I literally do not trade unless it's like an obvious ass setup, right? That's also why, like I said, I'm leaving GJ and GU alone. Like, they're starting to push right now. Like, I do have my GJ levels marked out. They're starting to push right now, but until it starts to show me that it's waking up, I'm just gonna leave it the fuck alone. Like, even if it breaks this point, I'm probably not gonna look for a setup until it comes to 218.55 to be real. Like, when I be talking TikTok lives, I be super serious. Like, I literally do not trade unless we're in a clear uptrend or downtrend. Alright, let's see what this next 15 looks like. All right, let's see if we get this retest right here. Let's see if we get this retest right here. Make sure I like the live. You'll hop up in here. Subscribe if you have not already. Those just joined the live, we have not entered this trade yet. We have not entered this trade yet. Let me see what you're talking about. You see who's looking at the previous low. All right, so you got to understand, right? So GJ is pushing. It'll be funny if GJ takes off today after it's been chilling all fucking week. But GJ, we can look for buys if we can be sure maintain 218.15 as support. I mean, not 218.15, 218.25 as support. But let's pull up gold, right? So this isn't a lower high. Like you said, the previous lower high. Why are they called lower highs, y'all? Why are they called lower? That's why I don't like when these people on the internet talk about highs and lows, because that throws y'all off, right? Because what types of highs, what types of lows, that's what's important, right? Why are they called lower lows, lower highs? They're called lower lows because this low is lower than this low, right? They're called lower highs because this high is lower than this high, right? So this was a lower high. Like I said, this was a previous lower high. That's not the current lower high, right? That's why I say I'm not trading, because we're not in a downtrend no more. This is the lower high. This is the lower low, right? This is the lower high. This is the lower low. Now, before this lower high, this lower low, this was the lower high, right? And this was the lower low. You see what I'm saying? But that's not the lower high, the lower low no more. This is the new lower high. This is the new lower low, right? Then we reversed. You see what I'm saying? So it hit this resistance level, which is why price is reacting that way, because again, you have to wait for the BCR. So again, what we're looking for is to see if price is going to either make a higher low, higher high, or if it's going to turn this resistance level into support, right? That's what we're waiting for. Or if it's going to BCR back down below, like it did a couple weeks ago, and continue the downtrend. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I'm leaving it alone, because I don't want to trade it until we either see the downtrend come back into play, or until we see the uptrend come into play, right? That's just like how a couple weeks ago, when we take a trip down memory lane, when, let's get rid of this shit right here. This was the lower high, right? And this was a lower low, same thing, right? Price reversed. I still didn't go for buys or sells here. Even after price retested, I still waited to see if it was going to be an uptrend or not, or if the downtrend was going to come back into play. And the reason why I did that is the same reason why price did what it did last week, right? Because what happened after they did the retest? The volume picked up, shot back down, right? So what would have happened? Would have went for buys, so you would have got fucked up. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I just wait, because again, I'm out. I got it all out my system where I want to take every setup, this, that, and the third. That's why I literally only trade a clear uptrend and downtrend. You see what I'm saying? That's why we average 89%. Now, obviously, you're still making money, which is good, but that's just why I'm not trading it. You see what I'm saying? Because I know you're probably like, look at gold, and now you're like, but I'm making money. I'm like, that's why. Because like when I tell you on the lives, when I tell y'all I strictly only go for buys and uptrend, only go for sells and downtrend, I'm dead serious. Like, I'm dead serious. Let's see if we can get a retest right here, though. Let's see if we can get a retest right here. I want to come up a little bit higher. Let's see if we can come up a little bit higher. Let me see it come up a little bit higher. I'm looking for a retest on GJ as well. Let's see if we can come up a little bit higher. I'm about to catch it to the chat in a second. New 15 about to pop up in a little bit. So yeah, we're gonna look for a retest on GJ here. And then we're currently trying to retest on NAS100. Excuse me. Which numbers are you ready for the retest for enter again? So I'm looking for, well, you're on probably the NQ, right? So NQ is the same thing. So NQ, we're looking to see if we can BCR maintain 29,000 as resistance. NAS100, looking to see if we can retest 28,900. So I did do a nice retest. It just didn't quite tap it like I want. But we're gonna wait for this next 15. We're gonna wait for this next 15 right here. So yeah, we could look for GBPJPYs here also. It's just been chilling here, so at some point the volume's going to pick up. It's either going to continue to uptrend or it's going to push to the downside. So we'll see what happens. No problem, no problem. So it looks like it might take off, but I was again, y'all. Let's say retest, we're not going to take the setup. Unless it retest, we're not going to take the setup. I don't know what I got on NAS100 trigger. So GJ's right here as well. Let's see if GJ's gonna wake up to them. Yeah, GJ looks like he's gonna wake up to them. Just dropped a new video for y'all yesterday. Make sure to check that out after the live is over. Got a new video dropping for y'all today as well. Make sure to also follow me on Instagram and TikTok. You'll see that scrolling at the bottom of your screen. Instagram, Playmaker_Way. TikTok, _Playmaker_Way_. Again, those are my only accounts. Any other account that follows or hits you up, it is not me. It is not me. Looks like G just trying to wake up. Yeah, Naz is pushing. Just didn't quite retest like I was looking for, but it's all good. could go for round 2 on the GJ setup yesterday. We could go for round 2 on this. Like I said, we're still in an uptrend. We just need some volume. We've been stuck in place. This is still a valid buy setup, I ain't gonna lie. We've just been stuck here all week. And we've been struggling to break past and hold this low as support. Yeah, but NAS is pushing. And another reason why I'm not really tripping is because at least I know my analysis was correct, right? Like I said, you're not going to catch every setup. And you don't want to catch every setup. But shout out to those that did take that setup, but I'm not in that. I'm not in that. No, like I said, it didn't hit my retest. I'm so serious. Like I literally follow my rules. Like it didn't retest, so I didn't take it. I'm so serious, y'all. I'm so serious. Like it's doing what I'm looking for, but it didn't retest my level, so I didn't take the setup. Right, like that's my game plan. Like, so that's what throws a lot of people off, because think about it, if you break your rules today, what's gonna stop you from breaking your rules tomorrow? What's gonna make you stick to your rules tomorrow? You see what I'm saying? That's why there's so many people be spiraling in and out of profitability, unprofitability, and they want to blame the markets for everything because they either were forced setups, chase setups, or they're doing inconsistent things, right? Like when you go to review your trades for the week, you're not gonna be able to really figure out what's working, what's not working, unless you continue to do the same stuff. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, it's dumb at doing the move I'm looking for, but it did not retest my level. Like I literally want to see a price do something like this, just like these others with support level, retested, touched that level, went for a settle like that, right? So it broke this level, but it did not retest, right? It didn't even retest on the 5 minute. That's why I was looking on the 5 minute. It didn't retest. So until it retest or B stars retest the next level, I'm leaving it alone. Right? I'm leaving it alone. Just like you see right here, obviously the levels are different. But just like you see right here, this was support level. It broke it, rejected. But then you can see the BCR right here. You can see our price continue to push down. Right, so I literally want to see price tap my level. Now there's always exceptions to the rules, but I'm sticking to the rules. Just like I was telling Will in the chat, gold is definitely pushing down, but I'm not selling. Right, I'm not selling until we're back at this lower high. Right, I'm not selling until we break back below this level right here. No retest, not true. This is also good practice as well because y'all got to build the muscle and get used to and be okay with price taking off without you. Right? You got to also be okay with price taking off without you. If following for a while, yeah. I'm saying because again, there's always like if there's an A plus setup, that means there's gotta be B setups, C setups, D setups, F setups, E setups, all that good shit, right? So for me, my A plus setup is going with the trend and waiting for a retest or a BCR. You see what I'm saying? And I try my best to always go for A setups. Like I might every now and then go for a B setup. There's nothing else, but majority of the setups I take are A setups. You know what I mean? And then also, especially like I was talking about earlier this week, with the market structure being the way it has been, where we had some reversals take place, or like on the Forex side where prices kind of just been consolidating, that's even more of importance to, you know what I'm saying, stick to your rules. Because this is what makes people crash out and blow accounts, right? Because we'll have a week like last week, where last week was absolutely free as hell, right? Last week was like one of the freest fucking weeks ever. Like, every chart was just fucking pumping, flying, and doing what we was looking for, right? We had our way with last week. So then a lot of people come into this week, and then when the volume's slowing down like this, like I bet you a bunch of people blew their accounts on the Forex side. Shit, probably even with NAS100, when NAS was slow as hell. What day was NAS not doing shit? Tuesday, right? When NAS ain't do a damn thing Tuesday, right? I bet you a bunch of people blew their accounts Tuesday as well, because they didn't respect or recognize and adjust to what was happening market structure wise. You see what I'm saying? You said, do I stop trading US30? So what I do is I go between. So I used to back in the day look at all three, right? Back in the day, I used to look at all three, NAS100, you actually all five. I used to look at NAS100, GBPJPY, US30, USTX50. For those that know what that is, I used to look at SP 500, as well as NAS100, right? I used to trade all of them. Now what I do is I look between NAS and US30 and I see which one I like, right? So the reason why I was trading US30 over NAS100 was because back in the day, because remember when everybody was talking about NAS100 price action was so bad, the reason why people was getting fucked up on NAS100 was the same reason why I switched to US30 over NAS100, right? So let's just take a trip down memory lane really quick. Right, and I was talking about this earlier this year on the TikTok lives. I stopped talking about it obviously, but I was talking about this a lot during the earlier this year during the TikTok lives, right? So let's go back to the beginning of the year. And last year, right? So this is when everybody was talking about price action was bad last year on NAS100, or actually the beginning of this year, right? But this is why I tell y'all to look at other charts, because the internet, for some weird reason, wants y'all to only trade NQ on the future side. Don't ask me why. I'm not part of the group chat, but they push NQ. But at some point, your favorite chart is going to slow down in volume. And when this happens, you have a few options. One, don't trade it for a day or a few days, like I'm doing with gold, which is the smart thing to do. Or two, go to another chart with a cleaner market structure, which is what we've done this week as well. Or do what the internet wants you to do. Force a setup and then go on TikTok and say, it's Trump's fault and price action's bad, right? So look right here. This was the beginning of February. This was March 20th, right? So from February 5th all the way to March 18th, March 20th, price was stuck in place consolidating on NAS100, right? When we go to US30, let's go to February 5th, right? This is February 5th, March 2nd, right? So again, February 5th, March 2nd. We go to NAS100, February 5th, March 18th. You see how NAS was consolidating a lot more than US30? That's why I switched to US30, because again, why am I going to force a NAS setup when US30 is showing me that it's clearly got more volume and more momentum? You see what I'm saying? So that's why we was trading US30 over NAS100 here. And everybody was confused, like, why aren't we trading NQ? Because look what NQ's doing. You see what I'm saying? So while everybody else was trying to go for sells and buys and was getting fucked up all March, me and the members was selling US30 and making some motherfucking money. Right, was selling US30 was making some motherfucking money. Now, did we catch all those sales? I don't fucking know. Let's find out. You know, let's go take a trip down memory lane. But before we take a trip down memory lane, let me double check. Look at GJ really quick. So we're gonna see what this next 15 looks like right here. Let's just take a trip down memory lane, right? So that's one of the main reasons why I was trading US30 over NQ earlier this year, right? So let me try to find it really quick. These are old signals. I don't need nobody DM me talking about they saw a signal from May and took a trade. All right, these are old signals. Again, do I trade US30 every day? Absolutely not. Right. So, but we was definitely selling. I can tell you that much. We was definitely selling US30 around this time. You can see the gold sales. So you can see right here, March 24th was going for US30 sales. All right, so it was catching this whole downtrend right here. Right, this was March 24th right here. So it's catching this whole downtrend. More gold sales. More US30 sales. So it was catching sales that entire month while NAS100 was consolidating, right? So that's one of the main reasons why we was trading US30 earlier this year over NAS100. And everybody was confused as hell. But again, that's why I tell you, it all goes back to market structure on the bigger time frame. Always, always, always look at the market structure on the bigger time frame. You see what I'm saying? So then we caught this whole downtrend down on US30, right? And then we caught this whole uptrend. Well, not this part, but like we caught like the uptrend up until this point on US30 as well, right? So the reason why I was trading US30 more over NAS100 is because again, NAS100 at this point, right, Wednesday, April, we made all-time highs, right? This was price breaking the all-time highs on NAS100 again. April 15th, right? When we go to US30, April 15th, we didn't break all-time highs, right? This was the US30 all-time highs. This was April 15th, US30. You see what I'm saying? So that's why we was trading US30 the beginning of this year over NAS100, because again, it's all about high probability setups. One, NAS was consolidating for an entire month versus US30 was not consolidating the entire month of March, which is why it was catching sales and making money, while everybody else was losing money on NQ. Then two, NAS shot up without making any higher lows and then broke the all-time highs. So we didn't trade that, and we traded US30, which wasn't at the all-time highs. You see what I'm saying? That's why we was buying US30 and making money until we rode the all-time highs up to US30, right? So this was April, May. So let's go to April, May. But before they do that, U15 just popped up. Yeah, so I like this setup. We're gonna go for round 2 on GJ. Hold on 1 second. But hopefully this is making sense to folks. Right? So we go to April. Again, we don't trade US30, like we trade multiple different charts, right? We trade multiple different charts. But that's why we was trading mainly US30 beginning of this year, because again, it all goes back to market structure. It all goes back to market structure. So hopefully that makes sense, right? Because I had a lot of people cuss me out, and that's also why there were certain times where we wasn't trading NQ even this quarter and stuff like that, because again, it's making all-time highs while we're gonna trade it. You see what I'm saying? And that's why you can see here after April 16th, we switched to US30 YM, because again, what happened April 15th? We broke all-time highs, right? So once we broke all-time highs, again, we don't know what price is going to do. We don't know what we're going to target, because if this is the highest point price has ever been to, we can know to go for buys, but what are we going to target? You see what I'm saying? That's also why people's getting fucked up, because they're like, oh, I don't know what to target, so I'm going to go for sales. But sales was still not the smart thing to do, because we're still in an uptrend. That's why everybody was talking about price action was bad, and Trump was fucking them over, but all they were doing was trying to reverse an uptrend. That's why I tell you, don't chase price, right? Because again, like we talked about during TikTok lives, it makes zero fucking sense to sell in an uptrend, but yet all these marketers online were selling in an uptrend and saying, oh, it's bad price action. No, motherfucker, you was just selling in an uptrend. You see what I'm saying? That's what the issue was. You said, oh, let me sell instead of wait for more market structure to get formed. You see what I'm saying? So that's why we're trading NAS now, because we're trading NAS now because there's things to target, and the market structure cleaned up. You see what I'm saying? What was making all-time highs? There's nothing to target, so why take a trade? What are we going to target? You see what I'm saying? That's why we didn't touch it. Versus US30, we had shit to target, and we had cleaner price action. You see what I mean? So US30 is still doing the same thing NAS is doing, right? US30 is still in a downtrend, but I ain't got nothing against US30. But that's why I wasn't trading US30. But also I switched to NAS100 because I got tired of people asking me about NQ. So I said, fine, I know y'all breaking out the highs, y'all getting the shakes. Let's bring NAS100 back, right? But that's the main reason why I wasn't trading NAS100 earlier this year. So everybody else was talking about, oh, if Trump's out to get me and all this other dumb shit, all I've been telling y'all is like I tell you every day, which rather keep on reporting my TikToks is why I'm on my 7th TikTok account. All I've been telling y'all since 2022 it's just to respect what price is fucking showing y'all. You see what I'm saying? And people just want to blame price action for everything, right? So NAS just did a nice sell setup here. Shout out to those that took the NAS setup. So again, either move your SL on profit or close the trade because it hit my next zone, and you see how price reacting to the zone. So from this point, we're either going to look for price to BCR and hold 28,780 as resistance, or we're going to look for a retest here at 28,900. All right, that's what we're looking at right here. But yeah, hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. Again, it's all like when I tell you it all goes down to market structure, I'm not joking. Like it literally all goes back to market structure. So speaking of which, we're eating on GJ right now. So let me let the members know we just hit TP1, almost TP2. But yeah, right. So in real time, it might not have made sense, but looking back, you can see how, again, why everybody was getting fucked up at the beginning of this year. Because again, if price is consolidating, why are you going to trade when there's low volume? And then be surprised when you're getting fucked up. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, we're eating off GJ right now. Just hit TP2 on this. So this is what happened yesterday. We hit TP2, TP3 yesterday, then that thing rejected like a motherfucker. So keep an eye on y'all's charts. Alright, keep an eye on y'all's charts. And we're about to see what this next 5 minute looks like. Because this is what happened yesterday. We took this buy yesterday. We hit this price, and then price rejected like a motherfucker. So keep an eye on y'all's charts. Keep an eye on y'all's charts. Let me see what else we got. March 21st, your birthday. Hilarious. That's funny. Does GJ have a future? Yeah, I just don't know it off the top of my head. GBPUSD has a future though. GBPUSD has a futures chart. GBPUSD's future chart 6B. Right, shout out to one of the playmakers. She put me on to. There's a GJ one, but I forgot it, so you gotta have to look that up. But yeah, I think there's a futures version of GJ. You just gotta look it up. Just gotta look it up. Yep, so gold's still pushing because, like I said, we're still technically in a downtrend. So now we just gotta wait for price to either BCR or BCR back down. Alright. That's what we're waiting for right there. But in the meantime, we're eating off GJ. So we missed the NAS100 setup, but guess what? Still when that's projected, now we're eating on GJ. The world's not over. You see what I mean? So, okay, be okay with missing setups. Just wait for your setup. That's all you gotta do. Just wait for your setup. Alright, and now look at us eating like a motherfucker. TP3 just got hit. So again, y'all keep all y'all's charts because this is where price went timber yesterday. So I ain't trying to jinx the trade, but I'm trying, you know what I'm saying? I also don't want y'all to be like, oh, what the fuck's happening? Right, so keep an eye on y'all's charts. TP3 just got hit. I'm telling y'all, it's this simple, y'all. It's this simple. It's this simple, y'all. Just wait for your setup. That's all you gotta do is just wait for your setup. Make sure to hit that motherfucking like button too, y'all. Subscribe if you have not already. you see, the trolls never make it to the London session lives. I don't know if it's too early or they're still snoozing from being up all night playing video games. I don't know what it is. But the trolls never show up on YouTube. Maybe in my comment sections, but on the live streams, they're never to be found because there is no debunking this shit when it's happening in real time. But while I be on TikTok, they love to be in my TikTok lives, trying to talk about I'm scamming, I'm lying, this doesn't work. But when the shit's happening in real time, these motherfuckers are never to be found. Right? They be hiding in the hallway, never to be found though. But on TikTok, they stay on the motherfucker's dick. That's what I be telling y'all. It's just hilarious. Reporting my page and shit. That's why they be reporting me, y'all. Because they don't want y'all to realize how simple this shit is. All you gotta do is just go with price. All you gotta do is go with price. Going for buys and uptrend. I know. Sounds so crazy. Going for sales in the downtrend sounds so crazy, right? And then they will talk about, oh, this is the buyers magically taking over. But yet I had this level marked off hours before price touched this level. So either I'm a genius and I can see the future, or again, like I show you all the time, this ain't no random shit happening. Right? It's literally a scripted algorithm. It's literally a scripted algorithm. And GJ's motherfucking flying. So even if New York session's trash, does not matter because we're eating right now. And we haven't even been on the charts for an hour yet. It's about to be an hour. We barely missed TP4. New 5-minute just popped up. Look at that. Tap that level, then reject it. Look at that. So I told y'all, either move your ass on profit or close. Alright, that's also why we don't breakout trade. Look how we would have, our stop loss would have got hunted and all this other dumb shit. You see what I'm saying? Again, there's a cause and effect to everything. Once you stop blaming shit, or they can just randomly have it, start asking yourself what caused this to happen, that's when you're gonna start getting the answers you're looking for. Again, people like to talk about the effects, but never the cause. Start asking yourself what the cause is. Again, price is rejecting. Keep an eye on y'all's charts. Alright, there's always a cause and effect. There's always a cause and effect. Make sure you hit that first link in the description, join the free signal, free telegram. Again, y'all, this is not, whoops, almost showed my signal on accident. Good thing I slid that over. I will show the signal on accident. But make sure you use discount code locked in, y'all. Sale ends this weekend, all right? It ends on my birthday, y'all, all right? Use discount code locked in, 25% off. That's for everything. That's the price action technical analysis playbook. That's the signal room. That's the 101 sessions, Playmaker University. Everything's 25% off till Saturday. Let's see what this next 15 and next hour looks like, though. Is today going to be the day when GJ wakes the fuck up? We're about to find out, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what, let's take a look at, GU, because I'm kind of curious to see what GU's talking about. If y'all got any questions, drop in the chat and I got you. Yeah, GU's still fucking taking a nap, so. We're still in an uptrend, right? Because this is the higher low. It's the higher high. So we're still in an uptrend technically, but as we can see, prices have been kind of dead. After that big ass move Wednesday, price said, yeah, that was way too much going on. You know what I'm saying? But we also got these levels of traffic we're going to have to break through. Good live. Like I said, it's been a little bit of a slower week compared to last week, but you know, you just gotta wait. That's why you just gotta wait. Just gotta be patient, wait, stick to the game plan. This was a nice setup right here. And this is why I'm telling y'all, like this, wouldn't y'all consider this a scalp? Like we enter this trade. When do we enter this trade? I don't want to pull out the signal, so let me go to my phone really quick. When did I type this setup? We entered this trade at 347 off the 345 candlestick is 358, and we caught a 1 and 2 RR. Wouldn't this be a scalp? This is what I'm telling you. Scalping does not mean 30-second chart. You see what I'm saying? Even this NAS100 setup, right? If you would have entered here, this was a 315 candle, 345, right? I'm telling you, scalping simply means being in and out the charts, in and out the trade like 2-3 hours or less, right? You don't have to go to the 30-second or 1 minute chart to do that, especially in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the beginning, everything has got to be based off the bigger time frame. We're gonna be on for a little bit longer though, y'all. We're gonna be on for a little bit longer. Let me see what y'all talking about in the chat. Yeah, I'm in this. Yeah, me and the members took this setup. That's why when I was breaking down US30, I was like, hold over a second. And I slid this over. So you're always gonna know what I'm in a trade. Because just like with NAS100, I purposely have it away from the candles because these are my trade ideas, right? And you'll know I'm in the trade when I put it on top of the candles, right? So that's why when I was I was in the middle of breaking down US30, right? But that's why I was like, hold up, yeah, we're taking this, boom. And I said, give me 1 second. I sent the signal out to the members, and that went back to teaching. But yeah, you'll always know I'm in a trade when I slide it on the candles, right? That's why I purposely will have it to the right of the candles until I take it. But yeah, I'm in that with the members. Yep. So you want to know exactly when I enter a trade, entry SLTPs. I know what to do, join the signal room. But yeah, I'm in this trade right here. We barely missed TP4. Hey, you better chill out with the addies, man. You're gonna lose your hair, man. You're gonna lose your hair, man. How old am I turning? 27. About to be 27. Yeah, a lot of y'all motherfuckers don't be knowing how old I am. So y'all be thinking I'm outgrown, don't get it fucked up, but sure y'all be thinking I'm an elder or some shit. Pretty smooth live, though. Pretty smooth live. So I got a chart with NAS alerts. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Okay, so why is it saying my level got hit? It's just delayed like a motherfucker. I don't know what's going on there. We're gonna be on for a little bit longer, y'all. Y'all got any questions? Drop in the chat. When we looking at your charts, drop in the chat. What's going on, Jordan? I see you up here. Call of Duty. Man, I haven't played Call of Duty in so fucking long. I haven't played that shit in like maybe, I think it's probably been almost a year since I played that shit. I ain't gonna lie though. When I was playing, I was on that mobile though. Y'all sleep on that mobile. Call mobile, man. They be sweaty as fuck on that shit too. But I haven't played Call of Duty in a minute. Speaking of that though, since you brought it up, we're gonna tie it together with trading, right? Because somebody in the live yesterday was talking about Bitcoins. People just don't know what crypto is. Do y'all's research on Web3 and crypto. I keep on trying to tell y'all, don't fall for the okie. Don't let it happen again. When you're gonna be like, is it too late to buy? Do y'all's research on Web3 and crypto. So let's bring Call of Duty into this, right? So with Call of Duty, right, there's COD points. How does that work? You spend real money to buy X amount of COD points. $20 gives you this many COD points, $5 gives you this many COD points, $50 gives you this many COD points, right? So you spend money to get COD points in the game. That is literally blockchain. I'm gonna say that again, that's blockchain technology. Because what do you do with crypto? You spend money to get X amount of coins for that crypto. It's the same thing. All these altcoins, right? All these altcoins, like for example, HBAR, Hedera, right? XLM, right? XRP, right? Crow, right? All these altcoins, quote unquote. Go Google those altcoins. There's a website for all of them. Those are all businesses. That's why I be laughing when these people be talking about cryptos, this, cryptos, that. Literally, all these crypto coins, I'm not talking about meme coins, I'm talking about actual altcoins. They're all businesses. They're all businesses. Right? Like I tell people all the time, you're using blockchain technology whether you know it or not. If you use Cash App, you're using blockchain technology. If you use Zelle, blockchain technology. Apple Pay, blockchain technology. Google Pay, PayPal. Why do you think PayPal made a stablecoin? Why does PayPal have a stablecoin? Right? That's what I'm telling folks. Like, y'all using blockchain and crypto technology whether y'all know it or not. Right? Whether y'all know it or not. Again, it's just like trading. They're not going to blatantly tell you how the markets work. That's why they use the news as an excuse, and that's why you're always late to the party. You wait for the news to tell you what's going on. Same thing with crypto, right? They're not going to tell y'all that y'all using blockchain technology until they get ahead of the game, right? Until they're like three levels ahead of y'all, 20 levels ahead of y'all. Then they're going to put y'all on game. You see what I'm saying? But y'all are using blockchain technology. They're training y'all to use blockchain technology, whether y'all know it or not. Right, that's all these games where you have to use money to get points in the game. That's all blockchain. That's all crypto shit. That's all crypto shit. There's even like, I want to talk about some crypto shit. There's video games that will pay you crypto as well. I ain't ready for that one though. There's a whole gaming scene that's crypto and blockchain, right? Just like when back in COVID they were like making a meme out of NFTs. NFTs ain't had nothing to do with them damn monkeys. All right, that is not what NFTs are for. Okay, but that's a whole nother conversation. I need to start making videos on my crypto page again. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta start making videos on my crypto page because I'm telling y'all, crypto is way bigger than Bitcoin. Bitcoin is just the ringleader, but Bitcoin is not even the most important crypto. All right, but that's a whole nother conversation. It's a whole nother conversation. So NAS is pushing back up. So we're either gonna look to see if price is gonna maintain this level as resistance at 2900, or we can retest 2830, or excuse me, 2930. As far as NQ, let me pull up the chart back for NQ. NQ, same thing. We're either gonna look for price to retest 2910 or retest 29180. We're about to hit TP4 on GJ. Barely missing TP4. Let's see if we can push up. Let's see if we can push up. Do I ever come out to Cali? I haven't been in Cali in a minute. I used to live out there, so I took a little break. I used to live out there for like 3-4 years. I lived in Santa Monica, like Malibu area for like 2 years, and then I lived in like LA for like 1.5 2 years. Yeah, but I used to live out there. Yeah, I was out there I moved at the wrong time too. I was out there from like the end of 2019, so I was out there like December, November 2019, all the way to like I want to say like either in the middle of 2022 I left. I want to say something like that. But yeah, I was out there for like 3-4 years. I haven't been on the Bay side though. I heard the Bay side is different. So, next time I'm out there, I have to go to the other side. Because they say that side is different from the LA Malibu side. But yeah, I was outside. I was on the PCH every day. I was at the beach every single day. I wasn't paying for the beach though. Don't get fucked up. If you know, you know. But yeah, I was outside every day on the PCH. I was outside every day. What was the level now you're waiting to be retested? All right, so I just broke that down. So hopefully you got that. What type of money are you putting in to make 3K a day? I'm glad you asked that video, Woodrow. What's going on, Woodrow? So make sure to watch this video right here. Okay, watch this video right here. It's in the chat. So scroll up, watch this video right here. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna show you exactly how to do it. So for you would just have to replace 1K with 3K and then do the math I show you in the video. Right, but there's many ways to skin a cat. There's many ways to cook a steak. Some is better than others. But if you watch this video, I'm gonna show you all the different ways in your example, or in your case, I should say, how to make what was the question? 3K a day. So make sure to watch that video right there. So we just hit TP4 on GJ. Let me let the members know. TP4 hit. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Nice 1 to 2, almost 1 to 3 RR setup right here. Think you getting ready to retest? Yep. Yep, getting ready to retest. Shit, who knows? Who knows? I was outside. I'm telling you, I was outside. I was outside every day, goddamn. Like I was all over that side, like Glendale, Long Beach, fucking. What's the other place called? The one that starts with A. I forgot what it was called. I was outside. Plus, I'm from Atlanta, so you know I was in, what was it, Glendale, or what's it called? I think it's called Glendale. Wherever that one fucking American deli's at, because y'all don't got a lot of American delis, in, at least in the Cali side I was at. So, you know, if you're from Atlanta, you know American Deli, we'll be there all the fucking time. So I was there at that one spot all the fucking time. Don't get it fucked up. But yeah, I was all over. I was all over. Shit, I even was in buttfuck Bakersville for a little bit too. I fucked my wheels up on Bakersville. Hopefully they fixed that highway. That highway is garbage. I'm talking about that highway is garbage. Fucking potholes everywhere. I fucked my wheel up. Had to replace my tire in 100-degree weather because of fucking Bakersfield. But yeah, I like Cali. Cali's a vibe. It's a vibe for sure. It's expensive if you ain't from out there, because I'm from the South, so shit, everything on the West Coast is way more expensive than on the South. But shit, Cali's cool though. Cali's cool. Y'all had me fucked up at first when I first moved out there though, because I thought they were trying to try me. I remember I was at a 7-Eleven and I bought like 10 different things at the gas station. Well, not the gas station, it was 7-Eleven. And then so I pull up to the register, he scans it, he's like, alright, it's gonna be this much, I pay him, and then he just pushes the shit towards me. It's like, alright, have a good day. And I'm like, damn, you can't even bag it? Like, you know, we're gonna put it in a bag? And he's gonna be like, oh, that's gonna be 10 cents. I looked at him like he was crazy. I said, 10 cents? What the fuck you talking about? And then everybody behind me laughing and shit. So I turn around, they're like, hey, you ain't from out here, is you? I'm like, nah, I ain't from out here. Like, yeah, that's the thing. Like, they charge for bags everywhere. I was like, y'all lying. I had to go on Google. I thought these motherfuckers were lying too. I thought they were trying to play me. But no, every fucking place they charge for bags out there. Shit crazy. You can't even go to Chipotle. Unless you DoorDash Chipotle, they even gonna charge you for a bag out there. I don't know if they still do that shit. But when I was out there, they charge for everything. Grocery stores, 5 cents a bag. Fucking the Chipotle, they charge you for a bag. Fucking the grocery store, they're charging for a bag. So like, reusable bags was like a big thing out there. But yeah, shit crazy. That shit was crazy. I ain't never heard of that shit before. I said, y'all different out here. Y'all different out here. Alright, so let's see if we can hold this low ass resistance. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna go back out there. If not this year, definitely next year I'm gonna go back out there for sure. Probably gonna try the other side. I'm definitely gonna go back to the LA side, hit the PCH a couple times, but probably pull up with some people. But I'm definitely gonna check out the other side as well. Yeah, but I've been all over the country. I've been all over the country. Again, y'all, nobody should close this trade red. Nobody should close this trade red. We're gonna be on for a little bit longer. If y'all got any questions, drop them in the chat. When we're looking at any charts, drop them in the chat. You guys know the California soccer are like different states. I'm from both. That's what's up. That's what's up. I'm gonna hit the other side because that's what everybody's saying. They're like, hey, don't put that juju on us. That ain't the whole Cali. Which I get it. I get it, cause you know what I'm saying. It'd be like that. Bakersfield, man. I don't want to say fuck Bakersfield because I know a few people from Bakersfield, but man, at least the part I was, man, let me tell you, so I just had bad experience out there because I fucked my shit up bad out there, man. And I was just pissed because, like I said, it was summertime, hot as fuck. It was like 100+ degrees outside on that highway, and I fucked my tire up because every lane was potholes all over the place. And then I think I was like just going into it, because I don't know if the entire Bakersfield is nothing out there, but like it was just oil rigs and farms out there. Like that's all it was out there, at least the part I was at. I got fucked up out there, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, man, it was crazy shit out there. I got stories. I ain't gonna tell you all my stories, but I got hella stories. I ain't gonna tell you. I ain't gonna tell, especially not on this platform. But trust me, bro. I seen a lot, did a lot. Yeah, them 4 years out there was definitely a movie. I'll say that much. Definitely a movie. Speaking of movies, Hollywood is not like y'all see on TV. Let me tell y'all something. Go to Hollywood on a random day, you're gonna be disappointed. Go walk them stars, you're gonna be disappointed. Man, let me tell you something. Them motherfuckers sick as hell out there, man. Go to Hollywood on a random day, you're gonna be in the middle of the day, not at nighttime. Go to Hollywood in the middle of the day on a random day, you're gonna be like, what the fuck? This is not what I saw on TV. So, yeah, when I'm back out there, I'm definitely gonna let y'all know. You know, I'll be trying to keep myself incognito. I'll be all over the place. Sometimes I'll be on the East Coast, sometimes I'll be on the West Coast. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna hit Cali up again. Alright, we got the retest right here. Let's see who can hold this level as resistance. Yeah, this went pretty smooth live, y'all. Let's go back to NAS100. So again, y'all, so this is what I was looking for right here, right? Now, I ain't this, I'm chilling. But this is what I was looking for. So you see how I retested? That's what I want to literally see that get hit. That's what I want to look for. Right, so that's what I was looking for. So it almost hit it. You can see here I tapped it, right? So that's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for the retest, right? Support, turn to resistance. Support, turn to resistance. Now this is a delay. I don't pay for the real time data, so I don't know what NQ's up to. So gold's still pushing. So like I said, maybe tomorrow if it pushes back down here, we might look for the motherfucking sales tomorrow and go to end the week off right. But you know what I mean. I want to see how price reacts here first. Again, nobody should close this trade already, y'all. We had a 1 to 2 RR. Nobody should close this trade already. And it made me run home. It just made me watch my step, man. Let me tell you something, man. It's nasty. It's nasty out there, man. I was disappointed, man. I was out there one time. I literally saw them. They was making a movie out there, and they blocked off the part where they was making a movie, and all outside the perimeter where they was filming, it was just garbage and piss everywhere. I said, this is wild. That's why we looking clean as hell in the movies, because they clean up where they're filming at, and then everywhere else is damn near Skid Row. Shit crazy. Shit crazy. I was like, damn, so that's how y'all do it out here. But at night it's pretty chill. At night it's a little bit different. But during the daytime it's like, oh, what the fuck going on here? But at night, everybody out there, it's pretty cool. But I was mainly like outside, like in nature type shit. Like I was going on hikes in the mountains, and then I was finding like spots where I didn't have to pay for parking on the PCH. You know how the PCH is, you just drive, just pull over somewhere. And I found a spot that nobody could get to because the steps, I don't really want to give it away. But, you know, I doubt majority of motherfuckers in here is in Cali, so I'm just going to give it away. I don't like to give my spots away, though. But there's a spot, right, where people can't get to because the steps got eroded from the ocean. So, like, half the staircase down got eroded. And after the staircase disappears, it's like those razor sharp rocks, if you know what I'm talking about, the razor sharp rocks. So if people don't watch you go down, they think you can't go down there. So you have to go early in the morning. And yes, I used to go to that spot right there. Had like a not really a pool, but like had like a, I ain't gonna try to describe it too much, but yeah, so I was out there doing crazy shit. Like I was on the rocks fishing, like in the water when the tide is low, fishing. I'd be going in the ocean when the tide is low. It's like a damn near aquarium out there. It's like going to an aquarium for free. I'm talking about I saw hermit crabs, seals, dolphins, all types of motherfucking creatures and shit out there. Yeah, Cali's a vibe for sure. Like I said, I just moved out there at the worst time possible, but I was also young as hell out there. It's gonna be different now. That motherfucker got some money. We out there. It's gonna be a little bit different now. But yeah, Cali's a vibe for sure. Alright, y'all. So again, as far as New York session, there is no news. The gameplay's still the same. We're still looking for NAS100 NQ sales. We're still looking for GJ buys. Might look at GU, see what's talking about. Gold, see what's talking about. I want to do the New York price watch list. We will be live later on today on TikTok. It's going to be a shorter live a little bit later because I do got a few one sessions to knock out before we go live on TikTok. So we should be live on TikTok around 3:15ish EST. 3:15 p.m. EST-ish. Got a new video dropping for you later on YouTube. Got a new post lined up for you on TikTok and Instagram. Again, those are my only TikTok and Instagram accounts. Do not talk to any other account. And yeah, y'all, shout out to everybody in the live. Shout out to everybody's been live since the beginning. Shout out to everybody's been live since y'all joined. Make sure to hit those links in the description on the free signal, free Telegram. Again, make sure you use discount code locked in for 25% off everything. And peace, we out. Peace, we out.